Right, here we go. Gold leaf. Right. To do gold leaf you need several things, which I have assembled before me. Let me do this cushion first, alright? This is the kind of mat you use for cutting it. That's basically a chamois leather, and underneath I've kind of just stapled it to some piece of MDF and padded it a bit. And that's what you do to sort of cut the thing up, cut gold leaf up, because you obviously don't want big sizes always. Sometimes you need to do quite thin work. And this is, I've just dusted this with French chalk. Basically the gold leaf will stick to anything, so you've kind of got to dust it to make sure it doesn't stick to this. So yeah, and it goes everywhere, all over my jumper. I told you this was pure comedy, didn't I? Look at that. This is my gold leaf cutting knife, which has kind of gone a little bit rusty, unfortunately, which means the gold leaf tends to stick to it a little bit, which is not at all what you want. But I neither have the money nor the inclination to go and buy a new knife. There we go. French chalk everywhere. Okay, so this is the gold leaf. And it's going to be quite hard to actually do this without the use of two hands, but it comes in a number of ways, and it comes in transfers or in loose leaf book form. Now, how am I going to do this? Let me put this down. Let's see if I can do this like this. Okay, there's the book. Let me just very carefully put that down so I can pick this up. Now, here we go. Let me just peel back the first page and you'll be able to see hidden beneath the first page. Be really careful with this. Okay, so that's a sheet of gold leaf. It's been beaten out wafer thin. It's not very big, as you can see. It's probably about 10 centimeters square. And there are different colours of gold leaf. This is loose gold leaf warm, according to the label. It's 8 centimeters squared rather than 10 centimeters squared. Now, these are kind of impossible to... Okay, basically I've got to transfer it from there to there somehow. But you'll see how bloody thin these things are. First time I ever opened a book of gold leaf, I looked at it really closely and I breathed on it, and the whole thing just disintegrated in front of my very eyes. So wasted a sheet right there. Now let's see if I can get this to fall on here. There we go. Oh, and it's so unbelievably thin that you just can't pick it up with your fingers, basically. See, that just keeled over, just blowing in the breeze. Now if I blow in the middle of it, it should flatten out on the board. There we are. Hope you got that. Cool. So the act of getting that onto wherever you want to get it on is called gilding. And what you do is you get some of this stuff, which is Japanese gold size, and you just paint that on the surface of wherever you want the gold leaf to go. And then you pick it up with one of these. You don't pick it up with your fingers because it just disintegrates. You pick it up with one of these, which is a big brush, basically. And what you're supposed to do is just sort of, I need two hands for this as well. You're supposed to just sort of drag this across the back of your hand, and then just sort of dab it on, boom, and it should pick up the gold leaf. In practice, I have never ever managed to get that to work. What I end up doing is kind of rubbing it between my fingers like this and breathing on it to get it to kind of get the water vapor out of my breath, and then eventually you should be able to pick it up, and you can see that's sort of about the right shape and size to pick up a whole bit of gold leaf. So let me see if I can just cut a slice off of this, because I'm basically going to do a very thin line. So let me see if I can cut this a bit with this knife. Yeah, now try to pick it up. Come on. Look, I never said I was any good at this, alright? I just said that I do it. And it's quite raggedy. See, and this is the problem. Trying to get it to cut and stay flat. Oh, God. Come on. There we go. Let me see if I can blow it out. It doesn't seem to want to cut, this one. Yeah, it's starting to get stuck to the cushion a bit. I need to reclad the cushion, I think, because it's had so many cuts on it now. It's starting to look a bit ropey. Oh, there we go. Crunch that slightly. There we go. So that's how you cut it. Actually, that's not at all how you cut it, but that's how I cut it.